Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah. Thank you for having
No problem, no problem. And today's interview is brought to you by iHeartRadio. And I also want to thank Marilyn over at Present PR for the opportunity for setting this up. And today we're here to talk about your new release, Funky Vibe.
Yeah, we got Funky Vibe, man. Funky Vibe is a cool track. I wanted to be really vibey,
Right.
just really laid back and chill. It reminds me of like stuff from like the 70s and 80s. A lot of people are telling me it looks like almost like a Pink Floyd video, so they kind of dig it. I really like it though, man.
Where did the inspiration come from?
From a lot of things, man. I'm a big fan of like Led Zeppelin, like all the old classic rock stuff, even the classic R&B stuff, like Jill Scott Heron, all the cool stuff from back in the day.
Right.
I feel like in the music industry right now, everybody sounds the same and everybody is like scared to be different, and I like to be different.
Yeah.
I don't like to really do things that everybody else is doing, because to me that's not really cool. So I like to be different and be creative because I'm basically am an artist. So
how were you introduced into, I guess you could say, Led Zeppelin and rock music of that time? How were you introduced into that music?
Well, growing up in Brooklyn, my grandmother used to play like all types of different stuff, disco, even European music, French old music, back in the '60s. So I picked up on a lot of things,
Right.
and it helped me become more creative, build a style. I grew up listening to like classic reggae, like rockers, um, you know, uh, R&B like Michael Jackson, all the coolest type of music you can imagine, jazz. So, all those things give me a lot of inspiration.
I came across some reading and I seen that Pocono Mountains, that you had connections there.
Yeah. It's pretty cool out here too, man. Especially when you want to be creative. Ain't much going on, we got a lot of beautiful scenery and stuff like that. So
right.
Like a tourist area,
Right. The landscape has definitely, it has to allow you to think, I would imagine.
Yeah. And back in the day, it still is now, but the Poconos used to be for lovers,
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
So I like making love music, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. And in the video, Funky Vibe, who animated it?
My boy Anthony. He's from he works for a company called Pitchfork. Very talented. He's actually from Chicago. And he's living in Brooklyn right now. In Brooklyn. So Brooklyn has like a big scene now in Bushwick, where like this type of music, like synth pop, garage, jazz, is coming to life.
Right.
So there's a community, also in Chicago, LA, so we got a little community. It's not like, we just making retro music and stuff like that, and, but we're bringing all those eclectic sounds back.
How was the recording process for Funky Vibe when you went in and recorded it? How was that recording process for you?
You know, um, I like to go in and not really. It was just more like a freestyle, and
Okay.
I came up with a cool melody, and it went downhill from there.
Right.
I was chilling with one of my buddies, and we were in the studio. I had the beat going, and I started dropping something like on the keyboard and melody, and I was like, wow, this sounds really cool.
Yeah.
It was one of those tracks like, you know, sometimes it takes days to get something really funky like that to happen, but we just kept on laying it down and created, and it just gave us that vibe, man. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? It hyped me up.
Now, before you put together the video, were you able to get out and I guess you could say perform any of the music from Funky Vibe?
Yeah. So actually, right now, we're working on putting out for 2020 um, a EP called Supernatural, and I perform a lot of those songs live, you know, um, and the EP has so much different type of different songs,
Okay.
that people won't even expect. We performed a lot of those songs live. It's just so much to pick from.
So you already have the EP completed?
Yeah, the EP is completed. We're just gonna me and my team decided, let's put it out in 2020, get a fresh start.
Got you.
And then hit them hard.
Got you.
And in the EP, there's gonna be one song that people might not like, but there's gonna be a song that people really like. So because it has a mixture of all different types of music in one EP. So I wanted to give them, something different.
Right. And so choosing Funky Vibe, was that the difference in giving the listeners off the EP?
Yeah. I wanted when I decided to put Funky Vibe out, I wanted Funky Vibe to be one of those really laid back chill songs. And I had sent a little, demo to a couple of my friends and to basically see what they thought about it. And they were like, yeah, I really like this. When is it gonna come out? Yeah, this is really good. So I was getting all these cool feedback from people. So I was like, you know what? Let's put this out. It's different.
Was this in New York?
I didn't want it to have a lot of words in it. I wanted it to be more of a vibe because it's more of a vibe. And make it a real laid back track.
Right. Did you?
I wanted to have that feel that you're basically chilling with whoever, whatever scenery you're driving. A lot of the things I put out on Instagram and a lot of my pictures has that artsy feel to it.
Yeah.
And it's like I basically make music for artists. People that paint, people that work in museums. People in that type of lanes, and they liked it. Yeah, they liked the music.
Yeah.
And I kind of build a fan base around them. And a lot of people from the fashion industry. A lot of people that I would never expect. I have a good friend called his name is Mike England. He's from Belgium. He dropped a guitar for Needed You, and he brought that classic rock feel.
Right.
A lot of people say, the music sounds almost like some cool stuff from from Prince, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if you heard Needed You, but it's definitely a hot song too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with all the songs that I did in the past, and then with Funky Vibe, everything blends in well.
Right.
How
did you come up with the name Blaque Rose? Is that part of, I guess you could say, adding that art side of it?
Yeah. It was crazy coming up with the name. You know, my family is actually from, you know, I come from like a European background, and my family is also from Haiti. So, you know, it's a French speaking in country, and we speak French and Creole. You know, so you know, he was like, "Yo, I had a friend over, and we was talking about, damn, I need to find a name that's gonna be cool, you know."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, how about, how about Black, but we're gonna change it up. We're gonna put it BLAQUE. You know, we're gonna make it, more like the French. We're gonna say it the French Black.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? All the classic rock stars had a cool, but it was a soft name, but it was still hard. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
how about Rose, man? Blaque Rose. Yeah, that sounds really cool. You know, in the future, everything is gonna basically blossom. You know, the rose is just gonna blossom even more.
If you could say one thing or multiple things to your listeners, your fans, what would you tell them?
Keep on being creative. And show the world what you got. Keep on grinding. Never stop. Keep on grinding. Intuition is big. Listen to that intuition. And keep on being creative.
Right.
Don't let these bigger companies stop you. If you have a message, keep on grinding. Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Right.
Nobody said it was going to be easy. You got to work hard. Just keep on grinding, man. Keep on grinding.
And how can people find you online?
Say that again?
How can people find you online? Like your social media?
They can find me on Instagram, Blaque Rose _1. They can find me on SoundCloud. All the distribution platforms, iMusic, iTunes, everywhere they can find me. Everywhere online, I'm there. And definitely too, we just created a YouTube page. We put up the video up there, so we definitely looking to get more subscribers, like and comment. If anybody's interested in doing collabs, just hit me up, DM me. My email is blackrose9@gmail.com, and or you can find me on Instagram, blackrose _1, and we could create something, do something, I definitely help a lot of artists. That's what I also do in my spare time, help a lot of artists, and we figure things out,
Yep.
and we help each other out, because if I might know something and you might know something, I might not know it. You know what I mean? But I might school you on something, you might school me on something.
Right.
Everybody should give each other a helping hand. I appreciate you, man, for having me on this.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. Man. I'll get over with you a little later.
All right, cool.
All right. Peace.